Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item, current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit activeday.com to apply.
You are the sunshine of my life. That's why I'll always be around. Hey, yeah. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah. Forever you'll stay in my heart. I feel like this is the beginning. Though I loved you for a million years. And if I thought our love was ending, I'd find myself drowning in my own tears. Whoa.
You are the sunshine of my life. Yeah. That's why I'll always be around. You are the apple of my eye. Yeah. Forever you'll stay in my heart. Whoa-ha-ha, whoa-ha, whoa-ha, whoa-ha. Whoa-ha-ha, whoa-ha-ha, whoa-ha. Whoa-ha. Whoa-ha-ha, whoa-ha-ha, whoa-ha-ha. Whoa-ha, whoa-ha, whoa-ha-ha-ha-ha. Whoa-ha-ha-ha, whoa-ha-ha-ha, whoa-ha-ha.
Whoa. Whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha ha ha.
For once in my life.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XD. I'm your host, XD. AKA Mr. I Know What I Know. I see what I see. I know what I know, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
yeah. Mr. I Know What I Know, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I had to add the C part so we don't get sued.
I was like, yeah, you're doing haikus. Nigga, if we was going to get sued, it should have happened.
You knock on motherfucking wood.
I'll be like, statute of limitation. I am Jade, your trusty host, a.k.a. Let's go with, can you take me higher?
Oh my God. I was randomly singing that song yesterday. Just literally, it was nobody. Me. Can you take me higher
That was
to
me.
a place where blood may see? Let's go there again. Come on, let's go there.
Let's just stay away.
And my favorite, with arms wide open.
Under the sunlight.
Yeah, Under.
Under. It's like he's Jamaican. Under.
Under the sunlight.
Oh my God. Is there a... Wait a minute. Is there a reggae? Hold on.
You know there is.
Reggae.
I bet you bun and cheese that there is.
I take your bun and cheese and I raise you a beef patty wrapped in cocoa bread, nigga.
A basket of currant bread. Listen. A rum cake.
Reggae version of Creed songs. I don't know how to fucking Google this shit.
Can you take...
Oh, wait a minute.
higher?
What's this? All right, let's see what we found. Oh, bitch. We found an ad. Hold on.
Oh, they got a...
And another one? You slick motherfuckers. What the fuck? Oh, wait. Okay, no, that's
That's it.
that wasn't it. I don't think they have it, friend. I can't find it. Reggae.
Arms wide open.
Under. Oh, wait a minute.
Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything.
Watch this be another bullshit ass. I know it. How do I keep running into
Damn
cocaine
it.
music? Anyway.
Oh well. How was your week?
I don't know, but you owe me a bun and cheese or something.
Fine. I will owe you a bun and cheese.
My week was wow, man, this is all melding together. Yeah, it was fine. It was fine. I'm here. That was yours.
You know, my days consist of trying not to spiral, so...
You know, that sounds about on brand. That sounds about factual.
Yeah, so that's where a bitch resides. But, otherwise, shit is cool.
Where the sanity resides, where the sanity resides, where the sanity
Yeah.
resides, where the sanity resides.
Yes. That or the diazepine, girl.
Where the Prozac resides, where the Prozac resides, where the Prozac resides, where the Prozac
Okay.
Shit.
Ooh, Jesus be an upper and let it begin with me.
Where the volume resides, where the volume resides, where the volume resides. Oh, I used to work with this bitch at the collection agency. Why she gotta be a bitch? Because she was. And
That is a very black experience. So I wish to work.
oh,
with this bitch
nigga,
at
let
the
me explain
collection
something to you.
agency.
If
And I
niggas
know
want
her
the
name was Latoya, wasn't it?
nope, but it started with an S and an H. But
See? Oh, okay.
I will tell you all. First of all, I've had all the peak black experiences. Okay, I drove a Galant. I drove a Buick Park Avenue. Like I worked at a collection agency. I got my GED.
Yeah.
Like y'all, what? You ready for the memoir? It's coming, but memoirs of a nigga. But
Yes, I'm into it.
this is gonna be me with some samurai swords on the front and a blood in my mouth. Memoirs of a nigga.
Like a 504 Boys album cover.
Memoirs of a negation.
Bring honor to us all, nigga.
Y'all don't know. Authoress is coming. Okay, she's coming.
Yes,
But-
I'm an authoress.
I am. No, I already have 4 book titles in the works.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want to say them because I don't want y'all putting your little evil ass third eyes on me. So I don't.
Right.
Your little
I've already
evil eyes.
solidified my autobiography title. I'm sure I can't use it, but I'm going to find a way.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But here we are with another episode of Jade and XD. And we are going to have a good time today because it is actually, we are doing the antithesis of who we are.
I know. Oh my gosh. We are doing so much real work and not lying to y'all and saying that we're working and then we're not.
Also, this episode is the opposite of chaos and negativity.
Yeah, outside of the show that we're about to review. But,
yeah. The second half.
Because with the second half. Subscribe to our Patreon.
All that.
We have a Wang Dang Doodle on there. We started covering Lifetime movies.
Yeah. New series.
Yeah, and we're doing some different other kinds of content over there that you'll see later on this week. So go and check over there. We have a Discord, which is the Jade XD community. It's such a fun place to be. I'll just check in periodically. I'll read mainly because the chat goes so fast. But I'm like, you all really bang with each other, and I like that. It's real positivity.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all. So, special announcement. Jade and I would like to open up some content to y'all.
Yes.
And what we mean by that is we're looking for a couple of people to do some video content with us. So you'd be featured on our Patreon when we do Quarantine Blastics or something like that, on camera, having a good time with Jade and XD.
Show your face! We want to see your face!
So the only thing you have to do is be super creative in a 1 minute or less video. And you can email it to us at jadenxd@gmail.com, explaining why you would like to be a part of our round table.
Who are you, Heidi?
Yeah. Supple.
You know I...
Wait, but hold on.
Go ahead.
But yeah, send us an email with a minute or less. The shorter the video and the more creative you are, that's 4 points to you. But letting us know why you want to be down, and it could be you, and we'll have a good time. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're having more videos there. I have a really cool collab video out with Lady Wonder, Dubs, and Brian,
yes,
Mr. Coochie-ness himself, and some two other new content creators, Deandra and Omar. So shout out to them. And we talk about crazy work stories. Like Deandra talks about her experience as a trans woman working for TSA.
Oh, wow.
Charlotte, Carolina. Charlotte, North Carolina is some assholes at that damn airport.
I know.
Yeah. And Omar talked about how this moral monster at work dressed up as Aretha Franklin in blackface to work, and the HR lady didn't find anything wrong with it.
Why am I? I'm not even surprised. I don't even know what I'm doing.
And then Dubs tells a story about, and it's very similar to something that your story you would tell about how she worked at a company and they allowed dogs to come to work.
She worked at one. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and then Brian tells a story about how he almost. He tells a story about annoying coworkers and how he got back with them by putting a fly in the coworker's tea, and what happened after. You
want some work stories? Bust it.
Okay.
When I used to work at the supermarket, I was a teenager, and I remember, and I'm just now realizing it's coming full circle. I thought I didn't really have a lot of experience with drag queens, but I lie. So I was probably like 16, and our loss prevention dude, like, was just a big old Puerto Rican nigga, bald headed, like just a big nigga. You know what I'm saying? He was big. And we would chat, we would kiki, you know, whatever. And, you know, I work, you know, your girl was the fastest ringer-upper in the store, you know what I'm saying? Fastest cashier. They used to do timing shit and all of that. But anyway, one day it was a night shift because, you know, the store was open till like 11 or 12 or some shit. And the nigga was off. It was the other LP guy on, and he comes in full drag.
Yes.
Like full drag. Like, imagine like a food bazaar, and you just, you know, it's light because it's the end of the night.
High heels,
and your big ass loss prevention nigga, who you don't even, you know nothing about this, nothing, like nothing. You know, we knew nothing.
So he was moonlighting as a
baby. My guy came in full drag, red lips, red outfit, shimmy, shimmy. And I was like, yo, go off. So there was that.
It might have been Madame LaQueer.
Oh. Oh, I need to go back and check.
Madame LaQueer is Puerto Rican.
That's
and
true.
A big nigga.
I have some wild work stories, actually. I told y'all about the chicken nuggets. But anyway.
Yeah, I had some.
I can't wait to tune into that episode.
Yeah, I had some that I couldn't share due to, like, HIPAA violation.
Oh, what?
But, like,
oh.
Yeah. But, like, there's, like when I found out about the client that I had who realized that her child's father is actually her biological father.
Wait, what? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. That was probably one of the hardest days I have ever had as a social worker.
Oh my God.
And it's because, and the reason why it was so hard is because
my stomach hurts.
She didn't get it. She didn't understand why that was a problem.
Oh, she had some issues.
Yes.
Oh, poor baby. That's not right.
Well, yeah. So it was just, it was just a lot going on.
Ooh,
but she's actually doing well now. I mean, the last time I saw her, I actually saw her at a store and I kind of hid. Mm-hmm. But you know, she's doing well. She's, you know, when I saw.
Well, good. I hope she is doing well. Ooh, child.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing like that. No, I don't have. Yeah. I was like, the last wild shit I did was the last place I worked. It was one day before it downsized as much as it did. When everybody was still there, and you know the nigga, the sexual predator I told you about. Mm-hmm. So it was one particular day where literally everybody, like all 20-something people, it was a boutique ad agency, so everybody was going to be out of the office. Everybody, except for me. And so I was like, yo, so I'm going to work from home on this day. Like, why do I need to be in here? And he was like, oh, well, somebody needs to be here. I was like, no, they don't. Nobody needs to be here. Like, we locked the door, we're good. Like, everybody has their individual numbers or whatever. He's like, oh, well, nah, somebody needs to be here. So I was like, you just gonna make me just come in here.
That's it.
Just because you feel like putting your dick on the table right now. Okay, bet. So I came in a wife beater and some leggings because I knew nobody was gonna be there. Mm-hmm. And I rolled the fattest fucking blunt, and I went in his office and smoked that bitch out. And I was and then I stole his plant, right. And she lives in my bathroom. She's a ZZ. Thank you. Anyway.
Get your wins while you can. But yeah, go watch those things and subscribe and subscribe to our Patreon. It's only $5. Thank you supporting us through this panorama.
So much.
We know it's difficult, but we definitely appreciate you all. We love you all, and hopefully we can get together soon. In person. I miss like, even though we only did like one live show a year or whatever, even though we had plans, I promise, like, and you all saw the ad, we had plans. We were finally coming to DC, but I just,
finally stopped lying. That's what we get.
I know.
That's what we get.
I know. This is our way of how we needing to atone.
Okay. They're like, bitch, you guessed it.
Yeah.
You're not going nowhere.
I know. But hopefully sometime sooner we figure out a virtual live show or something that
we can do something.
Do together. Because I just don't... Because, they reopened the state.
Yeah, so I saw, nigga.
And it's like... and that's what we were talking about today with our liaison at Spotify, and he asked like, what do you think? And I was like, I'm tired of these governors opening these states when they have like, 5 people less died yesterday. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you need to make sure that the curve is flat. There is no curve. You know what I mean? For a solid 3 months. Just like how you would some cost benefit analysis shit. Like, capitalism is killing us. That's what the fuck is outside of this virus. You know what I mean? Like, because y'all are so interested of having the economy. Like, fuck economy, save people.
I agree. But niggas still find a way though. Like, when they don't want to. When they don't want to sit down no more, they just not going to sit down. They're going to find a way to not sit down. So, we're not going to be, in the pendejo forever, but we are going to be in it much longer as long as niggas keep, acting according to self. And that's just facts. Like, that ain't nobody being conservative. That ain't no shit like that. It's just like, nigga, this is health. This is health, nigga.
Yeah. Public health.
This is math,
crisis.
nigga.
Okay. I think now there are very few moments where it gets to me, like being inside. And I think I'm kind of like in that now. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm ready to travel. I'm ready to, and especially after the death of my family and stuff, it's like I'm ready to just leap and get on a plane and go. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm ready to get back to New York so bad.
I know, French.
It's cold now, but when it gets warmer, I'm
today
like,
for a second.
Ooh, no.
It was only a minute, and then it rained.
Yeah, it was cold here today. It's in the 50s. Like, it's raining and stuff, and it was in the 30s earlier. But anyway, that's neither here or there. We're going to talk about Married at First Sight right after this. And hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jade and XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computers class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, like, as, a pet name, because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to, make fun of somebody else, and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between, the silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Yeah, silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arceneaux.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the Platinum Soul album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jane and XD
for free on Spotify.
And we're back. And so we're on episode 2 of Married at First Sight. I know that I haven't taken y'all's advice and going back to watch the very first season beginnings where they explain the process. I'll do that later. But for now, we're covering episode 2. It got a little spicier. You know, a little bit spicier. I'm waiting for the mess because y'all hyped this show so damn much.
No, you know what? I feel like the storms are brewing, and I'm feeling like the mess is going to come. I'm feeling it brewing. I really am. I don't think the listeners are going to disappoint.
No, they don't. You know, they don't. Except for there was that one thing they all made me watch, and I was like, what?
What?
Oh, you know, y'all keep telling me to try to watch Bling Empire. I tried watching Bling Empire.
Everybody keep trying to tell me to watch
and
that.
It's
Dustin
like,
told me.
I watched Selling Sunset, and that's like enough for me. You know what I mean? And even sometimes Selling Sunset is hard to get through. But
y'all know I don't.
You know what it is? Every network has a thing. And I hate when other networks try to take other networks' things. Like, they're like, as much as I adore Netflix and I would love to work with them, they keep trying to use the Bravo, like, reality TV model. And bringing in Netflix in doesn't necessarily work. Like, it's like they try to make it like look like The Hills and then make it like messy like Bravo. It doesn't really work that way. Bravo has a specific space where for shows like that to work. And like if Bling Empire was on Bravo, I probably would check it out more, I guess. But yeah, I tried watching and I was like, well, but anywho, who do you want to start with? And I have extensive notes, so.
Same, friend, same.
Specifically about Cheese Stick and not Mila Kunis.
You know, I'm low key tempted to end with them because
because she did some wild shit after the.
Let's start with where's these people? Haley and Jacob, because they're. Oh, wait a minute, no, they're not in this episode.
They're not.
Let's start with Offred and Graham Cracker Pac.
Oh, Offred and Anderson Paak. Okay, right.
I'm calling him Graham Cracker Pac.
So I kept writing that this is awkward. Like, this whole show is extremely uncomfortable for me, and I don't, because it's like it's hard enough to watch people. Yes, it's like because they get married, but then they have to like speed date. Like their whole it was so interesting. Like when Clara and the boy, they was called for the first dance, they kept talking because it's like they're downloading so much information at once about each other because they have to spend the rest of
it. They said
so
nice
strange.
To meet you after the vows were done. After they were announced as husband and wife, they go nice to meet you.
Like, I've had hookups that said nice to meet you after that, but a whole marriage, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
But so they finally meet at the altar because they're the only ones that decided to have blindfolds on, which I think was actually kind of cute.
That was his idea.
Yeah, it's super awkward, and so they get to read each other vows that they wrote. Their family and friends described them, you know, in letters to each of the spouses. And theirs was pretty normal. And I say that because something happens in another story with how these descriptions are written. Mm-hmm. But theirs are pretty fun. And so they get to these vows, and so Anderson .Paak goes first, and I've listened to a lot of Savage Garden in my day. And I know Savage Garden lyrics when I hear them. You know what I mean?
Please don't tell me this nigga was uttering truly, madly, deeply.
I knew I loved you before I met you. That's exactly what he said.
It is. That nigga said, you were at my graduation. You was there when my grandma died. You was there when
it was that.
I got a new dog.
It was every light-skinned Tyler Perry monologue. I pray for you before I pray for myself. That's all he had to say. I know lines when I hear them. I watch a lot of TV.
You know his mother watches Tyler Perry, nigga. You saw that wig.
She did. And the whole time, his mother was like, I can't believe this shit. Like, it kept moving. And she kept making the faces like, ooh.
And the wig kept...
And it kept... Gigi good.
Speaking of which, I did not know Simone was Gigi Good's sister.
Yeah, and now you can actually see where Gigi gets it from.
Flake victory.
Okay.
I'm not going to close the flake victory.
It's so interesting seeing Simone embarrass all these bitches every week.
Yo, every month. I said, first of all, that bitch listens to Jaden XD because I've been talking about the floor length do-rag, nigga, for years. Remember, I wanted a floor length do-rag for my 30th birthday. That was... That was years ago. That was years ago at this point.
Yeah. Now someone walked down the runway in 2020.
One day this world is going to give me my motherfucking thanks. That's all I'm saying. But Simone that fucking bustier up under that. She just does it. Now, Bob, when you're talking about Bob doing her look. And then Bob did the phenomenon acapella where he did the voiceover and he had his little hands doing the beat.
Well, Bob and Monet are funny
as fuck. As fuck,
they
nigga.
legit make me cackle.
Yo, I watched that video like 3 times. I was like, what did Bob? You don't got nothing to do. You sat here and learned all these bitches' lyrics, every last one of them, the cadences and everything. I'm low key annoyed and high key entertained. So Bob's funny as fuck, nigga. We got to get him on the show.
Yes.
But anyway, back to this shit.
But yeah, so Offred read her vows, and they were a little bit more human because it was just like, okay, girl.
Oh, he's definitely a serial killer. He definitely returns videotapes.
Right. And so they kissed, and they actually look like they fit together. Like, I was like, okay, I get it. Mm-hmm. Sure. He says his last name, which is Oubre, and that he is of Creole. Yeah. Creole descent.
Wait, I had to write this down because I was like, this nigga does not want to be black. Between this perm, this nigga said my last name is. She goes, what's my new last name? He said Oubre. My mom and dad are from New Orleans. He goes, Creole French is our nationality background. Now, that is not to take away from people's cultures and how they grow up or their backgrounds. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that that's how you highlighted it,
Oh yeah, he he struggles with the bluest eye. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So she's like, Oubre, she was like, I was hoping for a Jones, a White, a Williams, a Black.
Johnson.
I didn't want no name that I couldn't spell.
She was like, I was ready to be the first white Washington.
I was valid, girl. I hear you.
She said, I wanted a name I don't have to spell for people.
Right.
I said, well, that's
Clary Jenkins. Okay. Word.
Look at that nigga in that fucking perm. If his last name was Jenkins, he'd shorten it to Jinx. He would, know that nigga. He would never.
I'm surprised he has a last name with that perm. You know what I mean? He looked like the person looked like the type that would be like a one person, like. Yeah, a Max, but it would have like a punctuation mark at the end of it. It'd be like Max period, and he'd be like the only person and wherever he lives that has that kind of name.
Agreed.
Like Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's a Gemini, she's a Capricorn. I don't know about compatibility there. I just know what Capricorns are like because I lived with one all my life. Yeah, both my mother and my father are both Capricorns, and they're just like me.
Yeah, they're earth signs. I feel like a lot of times Capricorns get a bad rep. People have a lot of things to say about Capricorns, and I honestly have had nothing but good experiences with Capricorns. So, Geminis,
they're not as bullheaded as Taurians, but
no, and not as judgmental as a Virgo.
Right. Right. So I mean,
they're like the most pleasant of the earth signs.
Yeah.
Shariel's a Capricorn, Claude's a Capricorn.
It's most people I like that are Capricorns. I really like them. You know what I mean?
Same. Yeah. Same. I have no issues. Yeah. But and then Geminis, I think they also can get a bad rep. I think it depends on the person. This one here, this little person here, I think he is a serial killer.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. He asked her what her greatest fear is at this experience.
Ooh, yeah.
And she said something real. Like, I was like, oh, I wasn't ready for this, mama. She said, I am terrified of falling in love with you and you not loving me back. Damn.
Which I guess is something you have to think about with this show. What if one person is feeling the other one and the other one's like, ooh, you booger wolf. Right.
Because everybody thinks that it's going to be mutually, agreed upon that we hate each other or we both love each other. Unrequited love never really comes across their minds during this experience. So I was like, that's when I was like, oh, this clicks on. I get this show now.
You're like, oh, mess is coming. Mess follows this.
Yeah, mess is coming. And I'm like, and this is also somebody who has never said I love you to anyone. And which I find it so odd how you never said I never said I love you to anybody when you had this whole like Kenny Lattimore as Val set up here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
for you, I'd give my lifetime.
Right. You said everything but I love you. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, you probably said something better than I love you. So I'm like, I don't... like, who you fooling, Ma?
I don't know. It was... So, but he was like, oh, okay, wow, okay, bet.
Yeah, and they find out more about each other. They both love music. They both happen to be at the same Lil Wayne and Blink-182 concert, which I found hilarious.
Because she was there for Lil Wayne and he was there for Blink-182.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, I know she was there for Wayne.
And I know he was there.
He was there for
all the small things.
Yes.
So
I know she has every mixtape.
Child, you know she does. She be right up there with me singing Dedication too. Oh,
That's like when on Broad City when they try to save up money to go to the Lil Wayne concert.
they had to clean
They had
that
to
house
do that
in them
maid.
drawers. Ooh, I missed that show. Where they
Yes.
at? Where they at?
Yeah.
But it was so
Oh,
they do the
man.
wedding day stuff, the pictures and the family meeting and all of that. I was dying because his brother is a nigga. Okay, he was so. I said, look at these just effortless nigga poses. He can't even help himself. The head goes
No,
up,
not
the
at
feet
all.
spread apart, like the hands come together. Like it was just nigga
It's
stance
muscle
all
memory.
day. Absolutely, this how they point. You know, it's just standard nigga poses.
I'm just glad he doesn't salute.
I wish he would have actually. That would have
Oh, gosh.
made my day, especially with
Oh.
his brother and that perm. He's
So my
oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I don't know
We
what
have
this
one more
meant.
note for them.
Oh, I have a note here, but I don't. I assume this was in reference to him. It just says constipated.
That gives okay. Okay.
I don't know what that is. And he talks about how politics are his thing, which I found to be quite interesting. I wanted him to expound on that, but he didn't. And she talks a lot, and he seems overwhelmed. So we'll see. But they also seem like, I don't know. I can't quite tell what their chemistry is going to be.
I think they'll be okay. The thing is, so this is Chris Rogers and I figured out that there's, you know how like Chris Rock said there's blacks and then there's niggas. Well,
Yeah.
we've realized there's whites and then there's whites.
Yeah.
And so-
No, absolutely. Mhm.
And so Clara comes from a white family.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because Roy, her daddy, got up there, and I said, "Oh, I know he's killed a coon before, and I don't mean the one with the tail." You know what I mean? Listen, sometimes you just got to put 10 on 20, you know?
Yo, that yeah. First of all, the whole show is based in Atlanta.
This particular season, yes.
Right, this particular season. So every white person on this show, they're guilty until proven innocent. Like until they
Absolutely.
flat out say these are not my politics, I'm assuming they are.
Oh, absolutely. Hell, even the blacks. Because hashtag bless and black Christian weave lady.
Sketch. I can't wait to get to them because
They're, yeah. Okay, who's next?
let's do. Oh, okay, no, not them. It was only really 3 couples, right?
Excuse me. Yeah, because black Christian weave lady and hashtag bless were. We didn't get to the whole marriage thing. We just got to the.
So
part
let's
where they
do
get to
let's do Bodega Baby Daddy and
Oh yeah,
and the
Miro
Delta.
and Heather Hadley.
Miro and Heather Hadley. Yes,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah. So,
Please.
I mean,
In my
he looked like
mind.
Miro.
And
I was
she
like, oh
looks
my
like
gosh.
Heather Headley.
Yeah, in my mind, and Miro. Yeah, Bodega Papi. God, I'm so glad they're coming back. Anywho, my first note for them was the fact that, you know, like we have come so far as a people, you know, black people of the diaspora, because they showed this black woman getting an installation on camera.
Let me tell you something. They had the plaits down and they were doing the sew in.
Yeah, I was like, oh, should I get a full unit? But it's just half here. And I was very confused as to what the hair was going to be, because it came out completely different than what it was coming out initially, and I wish it didn't go that way.
So right, because I was
ended up
worried
with the Jerry
initially,
curl.
and then it started. I was like, okay, I see where maybe they might, because I didn't realize adding the moisture would then, because anyway. So
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. So, you know, her sister's in there, and it's just a lot of questions. You know, she said the first thing she's worried about is what he looks like and what he sounds like. And when I say I fully understand the sounds like part.
Honestly,
Fully.
that might be a little bit more important than the looks
Oh,
thing.
baby. Because I can't be with no nigga who talks like this. Like,
Imagine you
No.
like somebody fine as hell, like if D'Angelo in his prime, like came up to you, and he talked like Mike Tyson.
ooh, baby. But then it works for Mike Tyson. So it's,
Because Mike Tyson kills people.
this is true.
Or he doesn't do that. He has the propensity to kill people.
Oh, I thought
He
you were going to
bites-
say allegedly.
Well, he bites people's ears off, so I don't know what's
Fact.
worse.
And you
Killing
gotta be-
people or just biting people's ears off.
You got to be built different for that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Any people who willingly get face tats and chew off people's appendages or body parts
Nah,
You know.
facts. Facts.
and has an affinity for pigeons, which are sky rats.
Now,
So
kids.
I don't really, yeah. Like, I don't know what you do with that.
Yeah, I can't know sound, but I felt her on the sounds like. I can't. It would just every day in my house. But who you calling a bitch? I mean, not that I can really say anything. I told you, people call me sir in the morning, so I can't. So maybe I don't have a lot of space. But these are my opinions.
Yeah, it's fine. They're controversial yet brave. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no, I told you ain't no. Yeah, because there ain't no safe spaces, just brave spaces.
Yeah, it's just no safe spaces, just brave spaces.
New merch is coming from XD and I. It's called The Cancellation is Coming. It requested
Collection.
by the patrons.
Yeah. The collection.
We should have a shirt. You're not
We
going to
coming
Nick
out with-
Cannon us, but we got to put a star
Okay.
on one of the
Right.
letters.
Have a mask. And just have a red, just have like a picture of Nick Cannon. Like a red like sign that says no. Okay, but anywho. So Heather Headley's mom comes and she's so sweet and like she could find the bright side of roadkill. She's trying to make sure that her daughter stays positive and not judgmental. And you know, we cut to Miro,
Yeah.
and he's very laying it on thick for like the Lord. You know what I mean? I didn't know he was that like into like
Me neither.
Jesus.
No, me neither.
And then he says something wild. He says he doesn't want to be a statistic. He doesn't want to have a baby mama or anything like that. Because apparently, I guess he doesn't have parents. I guess he's adopted or something.
I can't quite. I was like, I don't know if this was well,
because he did. His mom and daddy weren't there.
situation, or
It was just
grandma.
his cousins and his abuelita. You know what I mean?
his cousins, his abuela, his tia. He had a couple tias there.
But there was no mommy and daddy.
No, but Roxy didn't have no mommy.
But neither does hashtag blessed, so it's fine.
No, hashtag blessed daddy was there.
That's his granddaddy.
Nuh-uh, his granddaddy was there, but his daddy was there because I feel like I saw something that said his father, and the nigga was like, well, if she ugly, I don't...
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I made a note of that. You're right. Anywho.
Check your messages.
Oh, jeez, Louise. This is going to be bad. Jay just sent me a picture of her and her sister with Nick Cannon. This is... Oh, man, this definitely had to be, like, early 2000s.
Oh, baby, it was like 2002, 2003.
Oh, most importantly, I don't know, because Jade has on, like, this Jamaican fishnet mesh thing underneath her black camisole. She looked like she would be, like, not the main character's friend in Honey, but Joy Bryant's friend in Honey.
Please shut up. Wait a minute.
So not Jessica Alba's friend, but just Joy Bryant's
the black girl's friend.
I mean? Yeah, just the black girl friend. Or like the Cheetah Girls, like Galleria's other mixed friend. You know what I mean? But you're not.
You want to
mixed,
see my MySpace
like,
picture?
Oh my gosh, this is exciting.
Hold it up, I just send it to you.
While you do that, I'm gonna finish. Ooh, a blur.
The original filter.
Yes. Jay sent me this 8th grade ass picture. And
Nah, nigga, I was like 19.
1. Yeah, I know. It's got the season 1 filter on it from Drag Race.
Yeah, this is like season 1 of Girlfriends. This probably was the same time.
Probably, yeah. But anywho, they finally get down the aisle and they meet, and they both think they're very fond of one another. Mm-hmm. Both cute. Now, I didn't really know what he did for a living, and I just thought he owned his own dealership. And then she asked him what he does, and he explains.
He says, he's a car estate agent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's a car estate agent.
Which that's not shade, because, you know.
Yeah, he is a broker for vehicles. Mm-hmm. So he is the middleman between the dealer and the consumer.
Which sounds like some rich nigga shit.
Yeah, but it sounds scammy.
Also, it could be. See,
it might work in Atlanta because of the concentration of wealth.
So this was the note that I made. I said this could go one of two ways. Either he is literally a broker for rich people, like people who are like, I don't need to. Hold on.
I mean, he looked like he has rich friends.
Right, like people who are like, I know exactly what I want. I'm not going to the dealership to go buy it. Just go handle it for me. Get me the best deal that you possibly can, and whatever, you get your percentage. Or the other side was some nigga shit.
Yeah.
The end.
Right. I just never heard, I'm not trying to hustle knock anybody's hustle the way they make their money. It just sounds a little different. It sounds a little different.
Yeah. I've never heard of it.
So, I realized they have like different like things that they do for each couple at the altar. The family's letter to the spouse, so her family wrote that she was controlling.
Yeah, in about 27 different ways.
Yes. And I was just like, oh, this is shady. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you be like, oh, well, they need to know the honest truth. Okay, bitch, but damn, let him figure that out. Not from them.
They were like, she's bossy, and she's bossy, and she's bossy, and she's going to tell you what to do, and she's going to direct you, and she's bossy. And I was like, okay.
Right. He also discovers that she is a pescatarian, and he's a little like taken aback by that because Vincent doesn't like to miss any meals, if you know what I mean.
No, he loves him a good homophobic nugget.
Mm-hmm. He does. He loves a good, I hate FAGs sandwich. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he was very confident about that, and it's cool. I really want people to.
He said it by name.
Yeah, I really want people to. We could let Chick-fil-A go, and I'm going to tell you why. Because it's best. Like it's not good anymore. Honestly, it's only good in Atlanta. Like it's okay. We could let it go. But that's that. That's them. We'll see what happens. Hopefully something some mess happens afoot with them.
Absolutely.
We have. You want to do we have not Mila Kunis in Seventh Heaven, and then we have hashtag blessed and Black Christian Weave Lady.
Let's end with them since they're going into the next episode.
Okay, so Mila Kunis and Cheese Stick or Seventh Heaven.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying. What's their names again?
Virginia.
Oh, there we go. Found them.
Yeah. I have to put their names in their real names in like parentheses because otherwise I'll forget.
I forgot what their nicknames were, and I didn't have one for them yet. So, but not Mila Kunis is perfect, and Cheese Stick is also perfect.
Yeah. Now, I happen to actually like this couple.
Oh.
I just think that I'm very afraid for him.
Yeah.
And I am, because he is looking for something. They're in two different movies.
Honey, I mean, two different genres.
Right. I think I was like, oh, they look like a rom-com, awkward.
Yeah.
Like he looks like a less threatening Ray Liotta, and she looks like, not Mila Kunis. Like it works, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he's really nervous because he really wants it to work. Now remember, he just got divorced 3 weeks ago. So
right.
We'll see how she figures this out because we don't learn this in this episode. But his friends aid in his nervousness by asking him stupid questions that production makes them ask about doubt or whatever. And I hate that because you could automatically assume that all these couples, they always have these doubtful ass questions. You know what I mean?
Oh, it was definitely little dopey pre-wedding time with the pilots. It was
the only real part was with the black couples because they actually ask hard-hitting questions because Black Christian Weave Ladies friends ask the hard-hitting questions. But anywho, not Mila Kunis is out here getting lit in her purple eyeshadow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to take a moment to point out that I wasn't aware, or maybe I just missed this, that the mother that we saw that came to the wedding gown fitting was her stepmother.
Yes.
Because her bio mother was at the wedding and she was wearing purple, if you know what I mean.
Also in her hair.
Yes, but if you know what I mean by her wearing purple. And it made a lot of sense because not Mila Kunis got lit, okay? She opened her scene with shots. So I was like, oh, so I see why she might be wearing purple. You know what I mean? If you don't know what I'm not going to explain it. You just might have to find it by what I mean by people who wear purple.
Yeah.
It's true. Mm-hmm. It's true.
No, I'm not going. That's no.
Not
too brave.
Too brave.
Too brave.
Too brave.
So,
Just listen to past episodes. You'll be able to find out.
You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. And once again, the merch is coming. The cancellation is coming.
Yeah.
So he's like, this is not for TV. I don't want to get divorced again. Something tells me he had a messy divorce.
Oh, no. Well, the reason why he got married was because of military benefits. So he never had a wedding. Yeah, he never had a wedding. And, you know, that's common practice for people in the military. They just marry anybody. There are so many gays who are married in the military that have married women so that they can have access to their benefits, because the American economic system rewards people who are married and have children because they support the economy, because they build little minions to be, pawns in a capitalistic society.
Mm-hmm. Not everybody, but you know.
Right.
Good
stay woke, kinfolk.
Okay.
Anyway.
So, you got him and his little dopey ass friends. And now one thing that they did bring up that actually was a valid point. They were like, okay, so she's not going to check every box that you want. So what things are you willing to compromise on? Pan over to motherfucking Tara Reid and her friends just throwing drinks by. Just, I mean, from the gate, and it literally never stopped the rest of the episode.
No, there was never a moment where Mama did not have a cocktail or she was not cocktailed.
No, and she ain't never met a cocktail she didn't like.
No.
So, even her friends, well, we'll get to that. So they throwing drinks bike, and she talks about her fear of abandonment. And how, because we do sit here wondering, like, why the fuck does this bitch want to get married? And even still, after this episode, why the fuck does this bitch want to? But
that's
she
what
thinks.
I wonder. I bet you she thinks this is a way to solve a problem.
Oh, she does. She says she thinks getting married is the ultimate loyalty. And if the other person was willing to sign up for this, then they're going to be loyal to her. And I was like, wow, you don't know anything.
Listen,
So I kept looking at him the whole episode trying to figure out who he looked like. He looks like Ryan Gosling and Ben Affleck had a baby.
He looks like a non-threatening Ray Liotta.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
With
like if Ray Liotta wasn't intense, like Ray Liotta and Karina. But like if he wasn't like intense, like remember at the end when he finally fell in love with Whoopi Goldberg and he was happy.
He does kind of give that a little bit. He also gives me Ben Affleck and Ryan Gosling had a baby. Yeah. But he
also gives that he is a pilot for an airline.
And so do all his friends.
I was like, I've flown the friendly skies with you before.
Absolutely. That nigga has definitely flown me to and from Atlanta. So, he continues to talk about how he doesn't want it to end badly. That's what makes me believe, even if the other one was for the military, I feel like it ended badly. Because he just is like really afraid of divorce and it ending badly. But he's like, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to do all this, that, and the third. My next cop says her mom has purple hair and her dad looks like a cop. But he came.
Well, they eventually walk down the aisle and they meet and they get to the part where they read each other's bio that their parents wrote, and his parents dragged the shit out of him. Now, they kept saying how he is bad at communicating his feelings. Mm-hmm. Why the hell would you tell that person that? Is this a cheap ploy for you to be like, I don't want this to work because I want this to fail so my son will marry somebody normal? or something. I don't know. But, you know, she is also a dog lover, and the dog was a part of the ceremony. Mm-hmm. He comes from a very rich family, and I wrote that his mother and father look like characters from different TV shows. Like, she looks like she's from Dynasty, and he looks like a cartoon character where he plays like a mayor.
This is true. This is true.
Listen,
now he does like one of them jolly mares.
My viewing is brought to you by White Runts from the Farmer and the Felon Cannabis Company.
I just had Runts.
Yeah, this
you
is
have White
Cannabis
Runts.
for Change. Farmer and the Felon actively supports the Last Prisoner Project, which endeavors to keep fighting until every last non-violent cannabis prisoner is released, honey. And that's where these thoughts came from today.
Well, I love your notes, so I'm gonna get me some of that. Let me see, what do I have here? I said she's mad, emotional, crying, and fanning like she's going through the change. She looks like Grimace with that purple eyeshadow. I think she's drunk.
You also something. Because they always want to talk about black women in makeup, but white women don't know how to match their skin either.
It's a halftime to be green or yellow or orange, and in this case, that eyeshadow was atrocious.
And also, if I don't know whose makeup artists those were, I don't know if that's the productions people who set it up, but I don't know why they didn't paint them for TV, because there's different types of makeup, and which is what you learn on Drag Race. You paint for the back of the club in the middle of the night, and then you paint for
there's
4K
theater makeup,
right? Cameras. You know what I mean?
I think I don't think theater makeup would work for. I think theater makeup might be too harsh for TV, but whoever did this girl's makeup should not be doing makeup. I mean, it's terrible. It was terrible. Yeah. Her eyelids look like two grimaces. So his dad is grinning, so you can tell he's happy with how she looks, and his mother looks like she's a piece of work. The entire time, the girl
Monster-in-law. Can't wait.
Yeah, she looks like she's gonna be a piece. And honestly, they can eat each other like fish because they're both Trump supporters. So the entire time through the ceremony and all that, she's literally laughing and giggling and grinning and bobbleheading and just giddy. She can't close her mouth. And it's just it's aggravating. And it also feels like she doesn't take the. Now, I don't know how serious you can honestly take this because. Let's be
clear. I said the same thing. I was like, yo, she doesn't even act like she cares. And then I was like, well, why would you? I mean, why? They don't really. You just met this person 30 seconds ago. I'd probably laugh and carry on too. Like, fuck it. It's marriage. I could get a divorce. It's nothing.
It's nothing. So she's literally just giggling the whole time. But they seem like they're mutually attracted to each other. That I can say. And I also feel like production set him up for the ultimate okie doke.
Now, she gets a little too drunk and she starts she starts spilling her business.
Yeah.
And not her business, but other people's business. So, like, we learned that his family is rich. They have planes and shit. They're all pilots, yada, yada, yada. She hasn't even really made the effort to talk to his parents. Every time he walks by, like, her father or mother, he's very respectful. And he's like, I really, really want to talk to you. But because of the nature of the show and what's happening, it's very hard for him to, any of them to, like, sit down. But she never even once, like, was like, hello, how are you? You know what I mean? She's just kind of just in her thing. you know, they do the first dance. They all have a first dance, actually, and they're really into each other, and they're making out or whatever. And it's time for the dinner, and she tries to gauge how conservative he is, because he's like, you know, my family's very conservative, but you'll get used to them. And he was like, yeah, my family is very conservative, but, you know, my sister's gay. Now, mind you, we just saw her sister like 5 minutes before, just minding her business, just giving her flowers.
Eating her rice.
Right. And she was like, oh, yeah, my sister's gay, and she got 2 kids that she had artificially inseminated. Why do we need to know that about Jennifer with a G?
I have...
What's her name? Jennifer with a G.
Jennifer.
Yeah, Jennifer. That's how she decided. I guess is that how the lesbian community spells Jennifer with a G?
Jennifer.
Like a like a soft G. That's very lesbian. Jennifer.
Please stop.
Yes, it's very soft and supple, just like a lady. Jennifer.
Oh God.
G for gay.
I'm gonna come up with a new name. I'm gonna name my next child Genevieve. It's gonna be
ooh, like Genevieve.
It's gonna be a mix of Guinevere, Jennifer,
Guinevere,
Genevieve.
Genevieve.
I'm setting her up for bouginess. But yeah, he talks about that. Yeah, that was it. That was it. He talks about his traditional Southern conservative family. I was like raised in the South. I said, wow, you just spelled out KKK.
Yeah. Every white person on here has found a creative way to say that they may or may not be affiliated with the Klan.
Yeah.
Either they said it in so many words, or they just be like, right, they'd be like, I'm white. Oh, gosh, okay.
White.
I told you there's a difference between white and white.
White.
But yeah.
All right. Nah, I don't know if they're gonna make it though. I'm gonna be real honest with you. Now I could be wrong. I may eat my words later on, but I'm foreseeing some issues.
Samesies. Like they're from 2 different worlds. She likes to go out and wear less and go out more, and he wants to Netflix and chill. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we'll see.
Did we ever finish? Did we finish the blacks?
Yeah.
Oh, we did. Okay.
We only have black women.
It's not. It's only but so
Christian.
much you're gonna get out of this one anyway. It's when they. I'm sure when they get into some real life shit. That's probably when the mess begins. When the mess begins.
Right. Like black Christian weave lady and #blessed. Like we didn't get to the full marriage story, but he keeps talking about being taken advantage of financially, and I'm like, what do you do?
He keeps talking about her being ugly. And how if he's not attracted to her, and I was like,
he has
Sir,
a lot of nerve. Like you are not that.
The nerve is huge.
Like you are not that. You know, the problem is that you and your Darren Dance Grooves ass pastor has been filling your head with lies and fallacies to you to think that you. This is the problem with Ooh, too brave.
I know I had. Every time his pastor makes me, his pastor is just like, he looked like the lost member of Groove Theory. I just.
Yeah, like I told you, he looked like Darius Dance Grooves. He do look like Bryce Wilson.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm just gonna quote Kaya and say, "Don't trust no nigga, don't trust no Christian." But I just, Like, he irritates me so much. Like, he literally is like I've never had an STI, thank the Lord, but I'd imagine like he is one personified. Like, because I hate the fact I hate super entitled people.
I don't
and
either. You
more
can't be greasy with your
I
ankles
hate,
out.
I hate super entitled men.
Yeah.
And yet greasy, that's what he gives. It's like oh gosh, it's like, what do you have to offer, nigga? And I know you short with your ankles out. Like,
I don't know
Ruffin.
if he's short. I don't know if he's short.
Well,
I can't tell.
Either way,
it doesn't matter though. He's greasy.
There's just something off about.
There's something very off about the main thing is that he's not ready to get married. Period. And he does come off like a greasy little pastor. But your girl turned on a real robotic, like, all life left her eyes in this episode. And it was like, Jesus told me that it was time to get married.
Yeah, like on the Boondocks
when they went to go see. Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, what is going on right now? A switch just went off. And this girl, we knew she wanted to be married, but I was like, oh, this is different.
Like, this is why I'm like, straight people hold like marriage in such high regard. I'm like, I know you're married and it's working, but you know, a part of my comedy bit is my thing about marriage. And I think the only difference between a wedding and a funeral is how the chicken is prepared. So, you know, because at both ceremonies somebody's dying. So you know what I mean? So I'm like,
mine was jerked.
I don't. Hey, listen, either somebody's dead or somebody's life. You know what I mean? Like, it's just gone. Both events, somebody's life is being sucked out of them. So I mean, you know, I just it's so wild how much they put into this. Like, this is going to fix things. This is going to set them up. Little do they know. And it's like, do y'all even date for real? Like, have you ever had I get it. I'm tired. Because you know what this shit sounds like?
But they be tired at like 26, nigga. Like,
that's what I was about to say.
They'd be like, I've been single for 5 years. I'm like, bitch, you were just legally able to drink.
Right. Like, high school relationships don't count unless you were pregnant.
No, you should be in the prime peak of fucking right now. Like,
yeah. Don't start a relationship until you're 25. Focus on getting your money up and reading if you know how. You know what I mean?
Please.
Like, and getting your bread up, like, and having fun and laying it low and spread it wide. After 25, you could worry about being annoyed by a nigga or so. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But before that, I'm 24.
They
I'm
be
ready
tired
to
of
settle
being
down.
25, 28 years old. I'm like, are you, girl? Bye. I'm tired. And I get it. Niggas are exhausting. But you haven't lived no life yet, honey.
Right.
You could be fucking right now.
Literally. And going home to a bowl of Chipotle waiting
That's what
for
I'm saying.
you.
Ordering chicken tenders at 4 a.m. Like, why are you not living your best life right now?
Right. But, yeah, that's them for now. We'll see what happens when they finally see each other, because there's way too much stock in to see if this girl is ugly or not. And I want her to be like, that nigga's ugly as shit, and him being really into her.
She's not going to, though. That's the problem.
That's unfortunate.
I know. Poor unfortunate souls. Let's take a break.
Well, we'll see what happens to them. Yeah, we'll see what happens to them next week. Let's take a break, and we'll be back after these messages.
Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
This is the blackest show about nothing.
This is Jaden XD. I'm Jade.
And I'm XD.
The show is two best friends talking about anything and everything.
And sometimes we have awesome people on, like Crystal and Kid Fury from The Read.
When I was in high school, there was this girl in my computers class with me. I wish I could remember her name so I could apologize. But I just used to call her Atrocious, like, as, you know, a pet name because... Hey, Atrocious! Being someone who was constantly the butt of a joke or picked on or whatever, I just saw this opportunity to, like, make fun of somebody else and I did it.
Somebody needs to do a study into silver teeth and the link between, like,
The
silver tooth to prison pipeline.
Yeah. Silver tooth to prison pipeline.
And New York Times bestselling author Michael Arceneaux.
And Mama kept trying to interject at any moment that she could sing, and it was like, beloved, you're not even the best singer on stage. The girl from Destiny's Child is with the platinum solo album. It's like, not you.
And of course, there's us,
Jade
and XD.
You can listen to new podcast episodes every week on Fridays.
Listen to Jade and XD
for free on Spotify.
And we're back. So we're in a space of just this episode of positivity. You know, we want to manifest. Listen, there's no safe spaces, just brave ones.
Just brave spaces.
Yeah, so...
New merch alert.
Listen, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me, okay?
Thank you.
So I figured we would do, like a real nigga vision board, not just for us, but for people that, you know, we wish well things, like we wish them well and want things to change for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want Tiana Taylor on my vision board because I want her to have a really good album and stop complaining to the world about how nobody supports her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that.
I also would like to put, like, self-awareness, not just for myself, but, like, all celebrities. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want bitches to get a clue in 2021. You know what I mean?
With my proverbial magazine right now, I think I would like to cut out a clipping of Ice Cube and then cut out a clipping of a DeLorean and put them together and say, nigga, don't you wish you could turn back time?
Like Dr. Dre. Or like, yeah, Ice Cube and Cher. If I can turn back time. If I can find a way.
I put the baby on there and like a ruler. Because I feel like with a little more height, maybe you'll be tolerable.
Yeah, just grow. Yeah. I would also like to put on my board, I would like to put like Malik Yoba and like Jergens like on there because I just want.
Oh my God.
You know.
Oh my God.
So one day, funny story. One day I had we were biking. I think I was on my way to Target, and I was by Mark's house when Mark lived in Fort Greene, and so he Malik Yoba rode past on his bike, and because you know he lived in Fort Greene. Why? My other homegirl was like, damn, how could I tell that nigga's ashy from here and he on a bike? Like, how are you like yards away and people know you still ashy? So yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. One time I passed Indy Irie on the street. What else? What else you got on your vision board?
Well, for me personally, I really want to, you know, get in shape. You know, I really, you know, I'm tired of, you know, I'm tired of my thighs rubbing together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's,
damn bitch, my feet
and
hurt.
it's time to really, I just need to get TV ready. Not saying I'm going to be on TV. I hope I am, or write for TV. But I need to be TV ready. You know how like Melissa Beck talks about your house has to be Oprah ready,
yes.
And
Melissa
how her
Beck
house is
standards
Oprah ready.
are. When Melissa Beck came to my house, no, it's true, and I pride myself on being a very clean person. When Melissa Beck was coming to my house, obviously this is pre-pandemic, nigga, I was like, oh my god, let me check the corners, I'm rubbing my finger along the windowsill. I'm like, oh god, where did I miss? Because that bitch be cleaning. Do you hear me? She had a funeral for her Windex bottle, so I like that bitch be cleaning. We love you.
But yeah, I want my insides to be Oprah ready, if that makes sense. Pause.
No, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, that's one of my things on my vision board.
What do I have on my vision board? Well, we talked about it a little bit on Getting Grown. But there's just small big things that I need to be doing right now. I want to get up every day and do my stretches and my meditation. You know what I'm saying? And make my bed. You know what I'm saying? Be one of them niggas who's like, let's get dressed for no reason. And I just, I just aspire that. I feel like it will help me get some other things in line. So this year I'm really focusing on doing that. So who do I have on my vision board with that in mind? A bitch who just does shit, who has their shit together, routine.
Yeah, routine.
Maybe Joan from Girlfriends.
Ooh.
Only in the routine department, not in anything else.
Routine, not sad.
No, routine and home. But wait, stop. Not sad and lonely.
Joan was sad.
Joan was very sad.
Joan was sad, classless, and egregious.
She was. Your classless and egregious.
Damn, bitch, I knew you was old, but did you have
But her house was together, nigga, and I'm not sad. So I'm like, home. If I just pull the good things from her, if I just eat the meat and spit out the bones, Joan had a sense of everything in her house had a place.
Is Mara Braca kill Earth sign? Because if you notice, every main character on her show has a bomb ass home.
Facts. I'm about to.
Because the apartment that they had on the game was good. That Derwin had. What's that Derwin's apartment? The one with the all glass. That was a cute one. Being Mary Jane. Oh, Pauletta's house. Oh, that all glass one in Atlanta.
Woo!
Gosh, that was a home. It looked like the Apple store.
That makes more. She is a Gemini, but she's like on the cusp. Because she's May 27th. So if she's on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini, then the home element would make perfect sense.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Because even Nuri's house was cute.
It was. It was very cute, actually. It was actually all of her decorations in like each character's home feel very Taurus. Even if it's for that character, they're not the same, but it just feels very Taurian.
Yeah, that makes sense because I relate to. Because I remember because Pauletta's house, I'd be like, ugh, every episode,
and everything had a place. Nuri's house, once she got that shit together. Same thing. Joan's house, everything had a place. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Melanie and Derwin were just like poor, but
but didn't like the other ones, like the coach and the girl from Sweet Valley High, didn't they have a cute apartment?
They had
It was. Why am I thinking like they had like it was like glass and it was gray?
No, it was like it was like a little house. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it wasn't like anything where I was like, "Damn, that's cute," but it also wasn't like, "Damn, that's sloppy." It seemed like everything had a place.
Even when they went to BET, why am I thinking maybe they were at somebody else's house?
Maybe that was later in the season. I don't know, but regardless, yes. Everything in my home needs to have a place. Everything and I need some routine, and I know that I need that right now. Like that's on my vision board. So I'm gonna put Joan on my vision board for that reason. But then I'm gonna put a little sad face next to it and a little no smoking sign over that.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. I have just work on my vision board. Like I need to work. I need to earn more and collab more business deals, partnerships, that kind of thing. Because I need to reside where the money resides.
Yeah.
And it's more like I have an account now.
Absolutely, right there with you.
Right, and so like. We went over a budget last week, and I saw where all my money was going, and I realized all of my money is going to bullshit. So it's like it really makes you think about, damn, I really need to be responsible now. So I just need to hustle hard. No waste hood. You know what I mean? Yeah,
I'm with the shit. So what are you putting on the vision board to represent that?
Probably yeah, I actually would put a picture of Ace Hood on my vision board because hustle hard.
That's the remix. Same old shit, just a different day. Out here trying to get it.
Over at Getting Grown, we have a mantra, which is drink your water, mind your business, and moisturize your skin, because your black will crack if it's dry. So,
VV True.
Minding your business and shutting the fuck up, can be synonymous. And I would like to put a picture of Talib Kweli on my vision board, just as a grounding reminder of how sometimes you need to just shut the fuck up and stay on the beat.
Is he still harassing that one black woman on the internet?
I don't know. I don't think it's still happening, but it happened for far too long. I'll tell you that.
Far
too long for that grown big age ass nigga.
No. I can't. He makes me sick. I have one more.
Okay.
And this is for everybody. A big ass peace sign. Peace. I want peace for everybody. Not world peace, because that's never going to happen. I want inner peace. I want people to
find your peace.
I want people to find their peace and live in it. The world is too chaotic, so go within yourself, find your safe space, your peace, and just, hold on to it and live in it. And stay in that space forever. I'm tired of people not being kind.
Well, we thought with all of this positivity that we've got going on over here that we would have us a quick higher vibrational playlist to accompany, the waves, the vibes that we're on right now.
The vibes.
And clearly the vibes are all over the place. We're looking for tangible physical success as it pertains to money, not in a greedy manner, but for the sake of comfort and being able to take care of your family without concerns. We're manifesting that. health. You know, we both talked about health journeys, whether that be stretching. You know, I'd like to get into a bedtime routine. You know, we talked about mental peace, inner peace. Okay. And along with that prosperity aspect, the first song on the playlist.
A bunch of ohms.
Payroll Giovanni's It's a Good Day to Get Money.
It's a good day to get money, get money. It's a good day to get money, get money. It's a good day to get money, get money. What a good day to get money, yeah. Ride around laughing and ain't shit.
It's a good day to get money. It's a good day to get money. Nah, ain't shit money. Ain't money. So that's the first song on the playlist. You got anything you want to throw on there?
I do.
Okay.
You know, a couple of tunes. You know, to add my own little flair, a little bit. Oh. No, I think I'm gonna add one of the most positive songs that you could ever hear. It's from the musical Hair, and it's "Good Morning Starshine. The earth says hello. They twinkle above us, and they twinkle below." Yeah, Oliver, "Good Morning Starshine" from Hair.
My love and me as we sing our early morning singing song. Pretty gloop gloopy, baby, la 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 lo.
I like that. I think I'm going to go with similar vibes, maybe. This is a little bit more, you know, psychedelic, hippy-dippy. But it's from the Fifth Dimension. And the song is Aquarius / Let the Sun Shine In.
Sympathy and trust above it. Never was a dark durations, golden living dreams of vision. Mystic crystal revelation. And the mind's true liberation. Aquarius.
I actually love all of Fifth Dimension songs. Because I also love Light Sings. Tristan be playing Fifth Dimension around the house. It just be lifting the mood. We be cleaning. We be cooking. We be dancing. Fifth Dimension just like lifts your spirits. What you got?
You know, it's a body posy tune.
Mm-hmm.
It's also, you know, I also like sassy white girl music.
Yeah, you do.
So, you know, all about that bass.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. I ain't no size 2, but I can shake it like I'm supposed to do. Cause I got that boom boom that all the boys chasing. All the right junk in all the right places. I see the magazine.
By Megan Trainor, a.k.a., you know, Willa Ford. You know. I'm all about that bass, about that bass, about that bass, no trouble. I'm all about that bass. But do you ever listen to Scott's Modern Jukebox?
No.
So they take pop songs or rap songs or whatever, and they make them into like show tunes or different styles of songs.
What is this called?
Scott's Modern Jukebox.
What is that on?
Everything. Spotify.
Oh, no. That sounds fun, though. Can we do something like that?
Oh, yeah. Scott Bradley's postmodern jukebox.
More shot and second chances. Oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Cause I'm missing more than just your body. Yeah.
Like they have like Creep by TLC, and one of my favorites is Shoshana Bean's cover of Sorry by Justin Bieber. She makes it sound a lot better.
So did Noah when she was 2. The next song I have on the playlist is Toast by Coffee.
Blessings fall by my right hand, but that was
blessings for me lifetime. We thank God for the journey. The earnings are just for the plus. Yeah. Gratitude is a must. Yeah. With blessings for me right hand. I was a toast for the friends. We get to the heavy Lord. Rot. Yes, I know I didn't say nothing at the end. But Toast by Coffee. It's just a pick-me-up kind of song. It just makes you want to celebrate life. What you got?
Back in the days when we were cool.
Hey.
Here we go. Ba, 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 da.
All we needed was that, ba, 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 da. Yo, ba, 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 da. Well, back in the day when things...
Here we go. Ba, 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 da. Yeah. Back in the Day by Erykah Badu, like the vibes, you know.
Okay. Okay.
The vibes.
You know another song that gives me the feel good vibes. If it gives me the feel good, just butterflies in my little body. Gust of Wind by Pharrell.
The view up here, I see all the stars. Ooh, there go Venus and there go Mars. Something you've been through. You're from above. Hey, when I first saw you, I got excited. Tried to keep my composure.
Gust of wind.
But I didn't know. You had to let it go.
I like that. I like that album.
I really do like that album a lot. I actually didn't listen to it as much when it first came out, I don't think, and then revisited it, and I was like, this is a really good album. Sometime. Who is that? Daft Punk and Pharrell? Like Gust of Wind, you'll push me back every
And
once
Neil
in
Rogers.
a while. Like a gust of wind. So Gust of Wind by Pharrell.
This song is literally, it should be a gospel song, honestly. I don't know why it's not. The Power of Love by Luther Vandross.
That I know so well. Hold me closer in every minute of every hour. Feel the power of love. Yeah. Hold me.
You got to believe in love. A feeling that's next to love. It started till we are one with the power of love.
Every minute, every moment, and every hour. It's the power of love.
Okay, so because listen up. And
Listen,
you can
that's
feel
like-
it.
Listen, ain't no peace is love, okay?
Ooh, that should have been the ending one, but that was a good one. That is such a good song. It started till we are one. Vibrate, vibrate higher. Everyone to find it from into man. When you feel you've done about the best you can. Motherfuck the wagon, come join the band. Vibrate, vibrate higher. Vibrate by Outkast.
When you feel you've done about the best you can. Motherfuck the wagon, come join the band. Vibrate.
What you get? Last
My
one
last
each.
song is an anthem, and it makes people emotional when they hear it. Like, every black person loves this song that I know. But it's Mary J. Blige's Be Happy. All I really want is to be happy, to find a love that smile and be so sweet. And then she said, now let it breathe.
How can I love somebody else if I can't love myself enough to know when it's time
Okay.
Do,
Oh, he's dancing.
I'm doing the Mary J. Blige dance thing.
Bee 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 bee. All right, my last one. I want to end on what I think one of the most positive, highest vibrations you can possibly have. In that, I'm going to end with a reggae song by John 9. And the song is titled Gratitude.
Priority one is to focus on the Most High in the meditation. Develop the routine, keep the room clean, balance the physical and spiritual accommodation. See daily from the written word, learn from the example, then put it in.
Because gratitude above all else, and manifesting all these things and speaking about all these things and trying to work in alignment, you must be grateful for what you already got. You must be grateful for being able to get up and breathe. And so I wanted to end with Gratitude by John 9.
Okay. Thanks.
Ooh, enough of that shit, nigga.
Well, thank you all for listening and having fun with us and being positive. It'll be strictly negativity and chaos and mayhem and anarchy next week.
Going forth. Henceforth, chaos and negativity shall ensue.
But thank you all for listening. Subscribe to and click on all the links in our description box. And thank you for supporting us. We love you for listening.